Alright, so I want to record this quick video to clarify some things that are related to installing amplifiers on Teslas. It's not that hard, and I know there's a lot of videos, there's a lot of tutorials that explain how to do it, and it's really convoluted, really hard. It is not. It's very simple. Look, so right now I'm running two amplifiers. This is a 6-channel and this is a monoblock. Okay, this one is only 600 watts, but I used to run a Match 6150, which I still have, which I might put back. That is 6 times 150. What's that? 900. And this one is 1200 at 4 ohms. And the processor that doesn't draw too much. But these amplifiers, I crank them really hard and no issues. And my setup is very simple. Okay, I'm going straight from the battery. I have one of these fuses, 150 amps, and then it goes straight to my distribution block, which is down here, and this is fused. This amplifier is getting an 80 amp fuse. This amplifier is getting a 100 amp fuse, and the negative goes straight from the battery. This is not from the chassis. It's straight from the battery to a distribution block. That's it. Now, there's two things that you have to keep in mind, two things that are gonna get you if you don't know about it. Number one, the remote turn on signal. There's somebody out there that is doing beautiful installations on Teslas. His initials are MS, and he will charge you for information. Okay, I'm not charging you anything, and his information is crap. All right, he will give you a scattered information, and I paid the $150. I ended up back on square one. I couldn't do anything with his information. It was too convoluted. So, two things that are going to get you are the remote turn on. How do you get the remote turn on? Okay, so I am using a processor, and this processor has a signal sensing that as soon as if you feed him a signal, whether it's through the RCAs or digital coax that I have here, it'll automatically turn on once the signal's off. I think there's a 30-second delay, and it will turn off. Okay, you don't have to get a Helix processor. If you want to install amplifiers, you're probably going to need a line output converter. And before the processor, I was using a audio control, the LC8. I think the LC7 and the LC2 have the also signal turn on. You have to check that. Now, power is an issue. Okay, if you want to run subs, like this is a 1200 watt amplifier, but what I noticed is that if you run your amps at 1 ohm, you're going to send them into protect. Okay, the car just doesn't have enough power from this little battery and for what's being fed into it while you're using it to drive an amplifier like this. So I noticed that with 2 ohms, if you hook it up at 2 ohms, so it's this loss, I think it's 2 ohms. At 2 ohms, there's not that much current draw like 1 ohm, so it's better. And right now I have it set at 4 ohms. The difference in power between 1 ohm, 2 ohms, and 4 ohms with an amplifier like this, it doesn't really matter because I don't use it. I mean, I have it hooked up at 4 ohms, and I don't crank it all the way, right? So this amplifier is giving me more than I need. So, two things, right? The turn on signal, this is going to be one of the gotchas. Use something like this, or there might be other devices that will allow you to detect the signal coming in and automatically turn the system on. Power draw, I just don't do 1 ohm. 2 ohms I think is fine. I'm doing 4 ohms and I have 0 issues. And if you do things wrong, the car is going to give you errors, right? You're going to get errors. It's going to tell you that you need to change your battery. So what I suggest is, let me show you. Okay, so let me show you that. So on your car, you need to turn it off. Okay, so you're going to go to here, and then is safety. Then on safety you're gonna I think I moved something. Okay, on safety you're gonna go scroll down and you're gonna power off. So this shuts the power off in the car. Once the power is off, well, before the power is off, just make sure that you open the trunk, the front, roll your windows down, open the doors, because once the power is off, you're not gonna be able to open any doors. So leave them all open. Okay, so turn the power off, the screen is gonna go blank, and now what you're gonna do is you need to disconnect this battery before you hook up the amps. Okay, disconnect the battery, and in my case, I just turn this off. If I'm gonna replace any amps, I just turn this off. And here on the car, this is the back seat. Excuse my mess. You need to, there is a latch here, and then you just open this. And this is the low voltage, this is the DC to DC converter. I'm not gonna do it right now, but this tab, hang on, let it focus. Okay, this tab, you're gonna push it down and the plug is gonna lift up. You don't need to remove it. You're gonna hear a clunk. If you hear that clunk, everything is good. There's a huge relay that's getting disconnected, and so that means that your car has no power now, right? Because if your power is connected, if your car is on, and you connect this amplifier, well, this amplifier not so much, but this one in particular, as soon as you give it power, the caps are gonna charge and they're gonna draw a lot of power, and Tesla doesn't like that. So that's what sets the car into this downward spiral where, you know, it gives you an error on the battery and you have to replace the battery, blah, 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 blah. So once you turn everything off and you hook up your amplifiers, you give them power, you hook them up to the battery with the car off, the car doesn't know that you're hooking up anything, and this battery is gonna charge the caps on your amps, even though the amps are not on. And then once the caps are charged, which takes fractions of a second, then you can reconnect this and reconnect the other one in the back. Just push it down, it'll connect, and the only thing that you need to turn on your car is just push the brakes, and it'll come on by itself. So it's not really a big deal, guys. You can do this. Don't flip too much, and don't pay people that are charging you to give you half-ass information, basically. Bye.